Maybe you've stumbled across different side hustle ideas online. If you're looking to make another income stream, then you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to start an Etsy shop the right way so you can start making sales in 2025. But I do want to make a disclaimer. If you are expecting to make money right away from Etsy, then you want to think again if this is the right side hustle for you. Etsy is not necessarily a fast game, and it takes a lot of work up front and behind the scenes in order to launch your Etsy shop and to get those sales going. A lot of people's assumption is that you can make money right away, but it does take a lot of consistency and time. So if that's something that you feel like you can push through and you know that you really do want this for yourself, then keep watching this video. So I personally generated over $27,000 in revenue to date and over $25,000 in profit. And now I'm helping new Etsy sellers do the same. So whether you're thinking about starting an Etsy shop, or you're already running your shop and you would just like some tips, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a step-by-step guide on how you can create and launch your Etsy shop for success in 2025. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So step number one is you're going to create an Etsy account. You're going to go to Etsy.com, click sign in, then click register, type in a username and a password. So once you set up your shop, you're going to go to your profile and click sell on Etsy. You're going to click get started, skip all the questions and click start your shop. Hey guys, sorry to randomly pop in here, but I just realized that Etsy has a one-time fee of $29 that they had just increased from $15 to $29, I believe, and that started last year. I was looking into Reddit forums and a lot of people have said that Etsy started charging people to set up their shop, and I didn't realize that because when I started my Etsy shop, did not have this one-time fee in place. I know that $29 does sound like a lot. I mean, when I just saw this, I was like, the heck, when did this happen? But I will say that this is a one-time fee. You can still use my link to get 40 free listings. You do save $8 because as I'm trying to walk you guys through setting up a shop, I am getting charged $29. And so I just want you guys to know that it is not just free. And I think in my previous videos, I have been saying it's free because at the time it really was. There was no fee in place. Things have changed from what I've read about this one-time setup fee. It says that this fee helps Etsy to invest in supporting new sellers and enhance security checks to protect their marketplace. That's literally what they said, word for word. But do I say it's worth it? Yes, I do, especially since it's a one-time fee and you can easily make that up as you start your Etsy journey and as you sell digital products. I do think the investment is worth it, but that is something to consider. So I'm going to leave it here. You're going to enter your language, country, and currency. So something to note as well is that your location should match your payment account details. So step number two is to pick an Etsy shop name. You can think of a name and brainstorm a couple, but if it's already taken, you can always use a name generator like namelinks.com to get you started, and I'll leave a link down below. I wouldn't recommend spending too much time with this step because you can change it as time goes. Okay, and then step number three is to choose a niche from my 37 Best Digital Products ebook. So this step is probably the step that stumps a lot of people. Most Etsy sellers do talk about why it's so important to find a niche, but not that many people talk about how to find one. So I've done the work for you. I put in so many hours creating this ebook, researching a ton, and I've come up with 37 trendy and popular Etsy niches that are evergreen. And you can go ahead and download that. I'm going to leave a link down below. And what I would like you to do is to choose one niche that you can see yourself creating products for the next 6 months. I want you to ask yourself, can I see myself creating digital products under this niche for 6 months? Just a bit of a background story for me. I started my Etsy shop and I chose a niche that I actually really enjoyed creating products for. And I believe that is why my Etsy shop really took off. 3 months in, I was making very consistent sales. And then I started in an Etsy shop not too long ago. Actually, if I was creating this series called my first month selling on Etsy. And I think a lot of people assume that that was my first shop that I started, but that was actually my second shop. So that's actually my most watched video to this day, but I should have made a disclaimer that I actually had or I actually have another Etsy shop and I was starting a new one. Long story short, I discontinued that series because I absolutely hated what I was making, even though I knew it was really popular and trendy and it's actually under my ebook. And I was like, okay, like this is obviously working and I was making sales, but I absolutely dreaded what I was making because it just didn't align with my skills and my passion. And I truly believe that you need to find a niche that you can see yourself creating those products and still enjoying the process of it. Granted, you're not going to enjoy it all the time. Let's just say that you naturally love tracking things, you love organizing, and you use Google Sheets. Maybe an alignment to that would be diving into creating budget trackers or finance templates. And that just would naturally align with your skills and your passion. And I feel like once you find that sweet spot under like a trendy, popular niche on Etsy, like that's going to keep you going in the long run. So for me, I was creating like Canva templates and I did not like that for myself. So that is something I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about, since I've experienced it personally for myself, where it just led to burnout when I chose a niche that I didn't enjoy. I wouldn't want that for you guys. I also don't want to overwhelm you guys, which is why I would recommend you to just choose one niche that you can see yourself working on for the next 6 months. And then after those 6 months, reflect on how you're doing. Did you hit your revenue goal? If you want to keep going with that, continue that for the rest of the year. But if you want to switch gears, how can you start to expand your niche and slowly transition into a different one? But that's another topic for next time. So I'm going to leave a link down below for this ebook if you guys are interested in downloading it. So step number 4 is to create your first listing. And you can use Canva or a different graphic design tool. Based on your niche, you're going to upload your listing, which is also known as your digital product. And you're basically going to fill out the listing enough to get it published. And I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. I'm just creating a mock-up listing. But once that's done, you'll need to enter your payment account information and make sure that it matches your country of residence. And then step number 5 is you're going to set up your shop profile. I would not spend a lot of time doing this because the key step that I would try to emphasize is to just post your listings, worry about all the other details later on as you go. But you're going to add a banner, a shop announcement, and you can fill out sections like your about me page, your policies, and your FAQ. I'd recommend using ChatGPT to speed up the process. Like it's so much faster. So for step number 6, you're going to list your digital products. So you're going to choose photos that showcase the product that you are publishing and that you want to show to your target audience. I also do have my own mock-up templates that I've created. If you check out my Launch Your Etsy Shop checklist, it's a freebie that I've created. It actually guides you through the process of how to create and launch your Etsy shop. And I've created some mock-up listings in there as well that you can actually use for your own products. So if you're interested, I'm going to leave a link down below. So once you're done listing your photos, you're going to optimize your listings. So this is where we get a little SEO friendly. SEO means search engine optimization, and Etsy is a search engine platform. People are looking for certain things and they're typing in specific keywords to find the products that they want to buy. This is where SEO is so important because you want to use titles, tags, and keywords that people are actually searching up. So think about your target audience here and think about what could they be searching up and use those words that they could be using and put that in your titles, put that in your tags and your descriptions. So to kind of recap this step, use SEO friendly titles, tags, and descriptions. Make sure that you're clear about your description. So if it's a digital download, do put that in your description because there are so many people that will assume that their product is going to get shipped to them. Write that down in your caption and also maybe put that in your title as well. You can put PDF or digital just so that people, like customers, know that they're not actually receiving a physical copy or product. Okay, and then step number 7 is pricing and shipping. And because these are digital products, you don't actually have to worry about physically shipping your products out. But in terms of pricing, I highly recommend pricing your product 10% lower than your other competitors. This is to give yourself an edge, especially if you're a new Etsy seller. As you become more experienced, you can slowly increase your prices. But when you're just starting off, you do want that competitive edge. And what that looks like is slightly decreasing your price because customers are obviously going to consider that more. As you become more experienced and start gaining more sales, then you can slowly increase your price. There you have it. These were the step-by-step tips on how to launch a successful Etsy shop in 2025 selling digital products. So I know that these were a lot of steps, but you can go back and replay this video if you need to. By following these steps, you're already setting yourself up for success. By not following any of my rookie mistakes, these are steps that I would have just taken straight away. And especially with the niche thing, like really don't overthink that. Use ChatGPT to your advantage, especially since we have that tool. Remember guys, like this is your journey and it is really what you make of it. So with that said, I hope you guys have an amazing day as always, and I will talk to you guys soon.